Okay, so tonight we're doing the first cooking video, and what you want to use first is, you want to have a wok. I think it's spelled W-O-K, or a Dutch oven, or a skillet. Then you want to put, once you have one of those out, put it on heat, put it about 6, 7, somewhere in there, and then you start with putting in toasted sesame seed oil. This is better kind for you, in my opinion. Put about 2 tablespoons. I'm guesstimating. Keep it out, you're gonna need it for later. Then while that is getting warm, you want to grab your peas and carrots. It's, 16 ounces, a pound of peas and carrots. You're gonna be using the whole thing. So while that's getting warm, I'm gonna open this up and dump the whole thing. So since this is frozen, that's going to take a minute to thaw and start warming up. So then you put the lid on, keep it slightly cracked, not a lot, but slightly. Like about that much. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a centimeter, 1/4 of an inch, something like that. And then while that's going, you want to grab another pan, a pan to cook a bunch of eggs in. This is for 6 to 8 people. Is what this is. That's how many people this will feed. So if there's more or less people, just do more of the ingredients or less, depending on how many people are eating. That should not be turned on yet. Okay. Next we're gonna mix the eggs. Like I said, since we're doing 6 to 8 people, I'm doing about 6, 7 eggs. Bad joke. That was a bad joke, but I needed to do it. Like when the opportunity presents itself, you should take the joke. I mean, obviously, you just use discretion. You're doing a joke, etc. For example, I have a joke. I came up with this one, and I think it's quite a good joke. It's about oil. But you know what? Never mind. I don't think I'm going to do this joke about oil. It's kind of crude. See, that's the joke. If you get the joke, comment down below. Because if I explain it to you, I don't think it's as funny as it could be. So I will comment down below the pun behind that. Anyway, so I'm doing, like I said, 6 or 7 eggs for the chicken fried rice, and this is for 6 to 8 people. Tonight there's only going to be 6 of us, but usually it's 8. So anyway, I'm trying to think. Another joke that I came up with a while ago was, what was it? What did the shrimp say when he's looking through binoculars? Now, disclaimer, I came up with this joke when I was a lot younger, as skilled when it comes to jokes. So, just here's that. Anyway, joke is, what did the shrimp say when he was looking through binoculars? I have seafood, which, I'm saying not very good at campus. do now. Looking for a spatula. I guess this is a good Christmas spatula. Anyway, what you want to do now, once you start hearing it kind of making that noise, kind of a hissing kind of noise. I don't know what you describe this sound as, but once you start hearing that, you want to stir it a little bit, and then you put the lid back on. Okay, now for the eggs, we're going to do salt. And it's really up to you how much salt you want to use. I'd encourage you to use like 1/4 teaspoon to half a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon to a half a teaspoon. Actually, yeah, I think we'll do a half a teaspoon. That's a lot of salt, by the way. But salt is good for you. Just don't eat too much of it. Then we're going to do black pepper, ground black pepper. Don't know if you can see that, but that's how much we're using. So there's just dump the whole thing in there. Okay. Got to grab a fork. Okay, so you're wondering what that says. It says baking spirits bright. Instead of making spirits bright, it's baking fun. Not a very good one in my opinion. But it works. So once you added the salt and pepper to your eggs, you want to whisk it out, I guess, really well. Very good ball. I like that. Once it's pretty well mixed, I'd say, you want to turn on the heat underneath your egg pan. Again, to 6 or 7. Then you grab butter, which just like here. I'm trying to get more. So anyway, you grab butter. Okay, so now I've got butter. It is Countryside Creamery, pure Irish butter, made with milk from grass-fed cows. This is Easter. We're trying to do what it's called in case you want to use that kind. Okay, we're pausing on that because this is pretty much ready. And it's still got a couple frozen bits, but that's fun. Then what you want to do is using chicken that was cooked earlier at about 400 for, I think it was like 15 to 20 minutes. Using salt and pepper and garlic and onion powder. This is 2 chicken breasts. So again, using salt and pepper at 400 for, I think it was 15 to 20 minutes. You might want to look up how long you're supposed to cook chicken before you take my word for it.
You got any cookies?
No, we do not.
Why don't we have any cookies?
It's not made yet.
For the ice cream?
Yes.
Any cake?
No.
What kind of cook are you?
Good one. That was my dad. Yeah. That's why I was smiling. That's why you can see me smiling. He was trying to make me laugh. Didn't work. Too focused. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about chicken being cooked for 15 to 20 minutes. Check that before you take my word for it. Use salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder at 400 degrees. You mix that in. Wait. really up to you how long you wait. I guess I'm waiting for like 3 to 5 minutes. That pan is now very hot because I had to wait. I'm going to be using a healthy serving of butter. Also, this entire meal, I mean, if you're just counting like how much each amount of things I'm going to be putting in this, if you're just counting like 2 teaspoons of that, like a third of a cup of that, etc. And of each ingredient, the measurements of each ingredient, it's about $20 for all of this, for just this, for 6 to 8 people, okay? Now, if you're obviously can't buy specified measurements, and if you can, that is amazing, but I don't think you can. So, it's probably all of the ingredients, $50-ish, I'm guessing. Ooh. Something, food got spilled on that burner, so now it's smoking. Okay, turning on the fan. Anyway, so yeah, it's about, I'm guessing, $50 for the whole thing. So, I guess for all the ingredients, etc. But for each specified measurement of each ingredient, I'm guessing it's about, like I said, $20. So now I've put the eggs in a theoretically non-stick pan. No egg pan is truly non-stick. I'm just going to say that. But yeah. Also, random question. Do y'all will y'all grab a spoon and just grab a spoonful of peanut butter? Just nothing with it, just peanut butter, and then just eat the peanut butter. Because some of my sisters do that. And I can't do that. It freaks me out. I feel like I'm choking or like suffocating or something. Lack of air, something like that. Because the peanut butter is like caking in my mouth and it freaks me out. So I can't do that. But my sisters will just do that all the time. And it's, I can't, like I said, I can't do it. So I'm just curious, does anyone else do that? Or is it just a weird thing my sisters do? I'm pretty sure other people do that. But just making sure that I guess they're not weird or I'm not weird for not doing it. Also, if anyone's watching this, what is your least favorite food? My least favorite food, coconut maybe? I also don't really like pecans. I think I can manage pecans. I can eat pecans. If I have a choice I won't eat them, but I can manage them. I think probably, yeah, I think it's coconut. I just can't stand coconut. Like shredded coconut, ugh. I mean, coconut oil I can stand to an extent, only when making popcorn, but I just can't stand shredded coconut. Thank you. Anyway, so these are almost done cooking. So since these are pretty much done, I'm going to take them off the heat, set them aside on the cooling pad. Is that what they're called? I'm actually going to turn this burner up to higher. Okay, teaspoons of ginger, but this is a fourth of it, not 4 teaspoons. I meant to say 2 teaspoons of ginger, but I have a fourth of a teaspoon. That's half of a teaspoon measuring spoon, so I'm going to be doing 4 of these to equal 2 teaspoons. But yeah, just do 2 teaspoons of ginger. If you want to use the ingredients that I'm using, this is called Members Mark Organic Ground Ginger. Okay. So this, in case you're wondering, yes, I am the nice brother, nice brother who most generally does prep dishes. Okay, next I'm gonna grab garlic. Really, you use 4 actual cloves of garlic, you crush that and all that. Or in my case, because I hate doing that, because cloves of garlic it's really sticky. I just hate that. I'm just going to be using this bowl. That's it. This rest of what's in here. Obviously, don't use an entire can of this of garlic unless you want to like die from garlic or something. I don't think you'll actually die. You might, but I'm just being dramatic. Anyway, I don't know if you saw a person who just filled up a bucket, but that was my second oldest sibling, I guess. I'm the second youngest. She's the second oldest. So yeah, that was her. Anyway, so if you're using this and you learn if it's not pretty much empty, then use 4 forkfuls. Not, I mean, I guess heat if you want it to be, but I wouldn't recommend. I'm not going to feed you because I don't have enough. So once you add those, then you gotta mix this a bit. I know when we get to that moment. Don't do that. Oh, he's wet. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about our dog. He just swam in our tank. He's doing retrievals, prepping for dumping whenever that comes around. And you've got a song. This can was too hot, and your can was not good for the can. I know that. We will take this on. And so pour water in it. So you need a decent sized pan. Well, pan size depends on how many people you're feeding. Since I'm feeding 6 to 8, I'm using this big of a pan, and I just spilled twice. Okay, this is for Brock. I'm using that one first. Okay, anyway. So, like I said, it's good for 6 to 8 people. I'm using this size of pan, this much water. It's frozen broccoli, about half a bag. If you want this to get to a boil. This is, I think, mixed enough that I can add the next thing. Maybe. Yeah, okay, so also another thing. Make sure you're adding oil so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. That's going. Okay. This isn't a very big challenge of a thing to make. Chicken fried rice. Actually quite simple once you've done it enough times. Well, I've done this meal like 30 plus times, I'd say. Probably more than that. Maybe even less. I'm not sure. Okay, next you want to do rice, which I would do how this was cooked and what temperature, etc. but it was cooked in an Instapot, and I don't know how to run this, so I asked my mom's help to do the rice, and to do this, so I have absolutely no clue on whatever it was that was that or whatever. So it's probably not even that hot. I probably don't need this towel, but makes you feel like a professional chef. Anyway, next, what you want to do is put all this rice. I don't know if you can see that. All this rice, all your rice in. This is white rice. This probably honestly costs less than $1. I'm not sure really. I don't do that side of things. Actually, no. Anyway, so cook however much you think you need for this meal. I don't know. This is an entire bag, so I'm gonna guess that's like 5-ish cups. Question mark? 5-ish cups? Question? Let me check. Oh, you gotta mix this. Sticking. It's not good. It's not fun for the people who clean it. In other words, even though I've cooked this meal before and it has stuck, and they've gotten to do it off, so I mean, yeah. We need a bit more sesame seed oil, just because it's sticking a little bit. That did not help. Okay. That's like I said, trying to prevent it from sticking, because it's not fun to wash and dry the dishes. Okay. Scrape down the sides so nothing's sticking to it. You're not going to get all the stuff off the sides, but you can get some of it. Okay, about the rice thing. I thought I didn't know what it was. I actually don't. I'm going to guess 5 cups. I'm not for sure about that. So I don't know for sure about that one. But, I mean, you saw how much it filled, so you should be able to tell. Maybe it says X. Does it say? I don't know. Max 2/3. Half. I'm gonna guess a fourth of this. A fourth of this of rice was how much I put in there. I'm guessing. That's not really helpful because if you're making this meal, the rice is one of the main ingredients. Sorry. Probably didn't want to look that up. But I'm gonna guess here. I'm guessing this is about 5 cups of rice. So I'm guessing that, so 5 cups for about 6 to 8 people. And if you're doing, we're gonna go down by 2, so 4 people. I would say use 3 cups of rice. For 2 people, I would say probably 2 or 3 cups of rice. For 1 person, 1 cup or less. So next step is adding 1/3 of a cup of sesame seed oil for so adding 1/3 of a cup of sesame seed oil, and then adding 1/3 of a cup of coconut aminos. Now, like I said before, this is all for 6 to 8 people. So, yeah. If 1/3 of a cup for 6 to 8 people, I'm gonna guess rough calculation for 4 people would be 1/4 of a cup 2 people, like 1/6 of the cup. Or 1 person. I don't know. For 1 person, I don't know. 1/8 of the cup. Yeah, it's starting to stick. Oh, also I forgot to say, after you add chicken, turn the burner down to like a 5 or 6, and then once you add the rice, turn it down to about 2 or 3, somewhere in there. Just because the chicken is already cooked, the rice is already cooked, so you don't need to add a very high temp. Is this boiling? No. Okay. So that's that. We're gonna let this. We're gonna keep the lid off this probably for the foreseeable future. Right now. I don't know how long this usually takes to make, but it's usually taking me 40-ish minutes, give or take 5, give or take some minutes. So yeah, this is a very, if you've got time, if you've got a free hour, I think you can easily get this done. Okay, we're gonna have to get broccoli in a moment, frozen broccoli, because I've got to put some in there. There's none in this freezer, so. But anyway, this is at a 2 or 3 right now. We're just gonna let that simmer kind of while I go get broccoli. Okay. Moving the eggs. So the knife that I used to cut open the peas and carrots earlier, I kept around because I figured I'd have to open this. Yeah, so I'm probably going to show me adding the eggs, which I can kind of do right now, really. I'm going to turn that to low. And then we're adding eggs. Okay. So mix this in. Mix it in well. And then honestly, me personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off with heat and put the lid on just for it to keep warm. The eggs, like I said, eggs are cooked, the chicken's cooked, the rice is cooked, the vegetables are cooked, the peas and carrots, so it doesn't really need to, it doesn't need a high temp. So because of that, I'm going to turn the heat off and put the lid on, put it on a non-active burner. This was not the good rice that I should have used for this. Just seeing that. Okay. And then I'm going to, so turning off the heat, putting on the lid, moving it onto a non-hot burner. Now we come to this. Okay. This is very much boiling. So I'm going to go. Now, after that, give or take, I'm going to set out a couple pieces of broccoli for the dog. This is 5 pieces. I usually do 7. The stuff that you're not going to really want to eat, like this. This is just stock. Who would want to eat a stock? That's 6. and I'm not doing 6 because I don't like that number very much. 7's the perfect number in my opinion. I don't know why I'm such a bias against number 6. Anyway, I do. So, I'm gonna set that there. I'm gonna put the lid back on and just let that really go. You can keep it on. I'd recommend turning it down to like 6. Once you get it to boiling and put the broth in, I'd say turn it down to 6. Yeah, this is where I'm probably gonna pause the video or end it, just because, I mean, this is really all you have to do. The next things I'm doing is doing dishes. I don't really think you want to watch that, so I'm probably not gonna make you watch that. So I'll probably end the video, but I had said 40-ish minutes, give or take, and it takes about 30 minutes, I'd say, to do the chicken fried rice itself, but the extra 10-ish minutes is the broccoli. You want to get it, I guess it depends on person, but 10-ish minutes is what I recommend on a boil, and to get it actually not like hard, chewable, to make it chewable. If you want it mushy, you cook it longer, and sometimes cook, I get to decide how cooked I want it to be, I guess. So anyway, I'll do like a brief video once I'm done to show you the final product, maybe? No, probably not. I probably won't, since you've seen what it is. I mean, I'll show it to you. This is what chicken fried rice looks like. Essentially. So yeah, that'll feed 6 to 8 people easily. Anyway, so yeah, hope you had a blessed day. I hope you have a blessed night. I hope you have a blessed tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try and come up with another video probably next Monday. Don't know what it'll be about yet, but yeah, so like I said, hope you had a blessed day, hope you have a blessed night, hope you have a blessed tomorrow. If you could please comment down below, that'd just be so cool. If you could subscribe, like, share the video, it'd be really helpful. You don't have to, but I'd really love that. And then, yeah, see you on Monday.